While making a note, this thing I follow, which is like my basic rule, to start every topic from a fresh page. Yes, making sure to start every unit from a fresh page. It not only makes our notes organized, clean, and coordinated, but it also helps us or our mind to be coordinated as well, and gives us encouragement to study. The second point is taking 2 to 3 colored pens or highlighters to differentiate the topic from the context. This is such an helpful detail. Like, people usually don't do this. They write everything in single colored pen, and as a result the note looks very dull. And while reading from it, it usually takes one chapter to finish in 2 to 3 hours. But why is that? It is because we find it visually very boring. So why not make it a little bit interesting by using all those colored pens and writing the topic in a different colored pen, and writing the context in a different pen, and using the highlighters to mark the important dates and important phrases that needs to be remembered in a simple and short way. Then after reading the chapters gist, or what is given in the paragraph, what is the chapter all about, I write the definition of the chapter. Like, here I have taken the chapter balance of payment, so I'm basically writing the definition in the first, like what is balance of payment and why I'm studying this chapter. And the definition should be short. Every time I emphasize this, to make notes, we are making notes so that it becomes easier to revise. So everything should be in a short and crisp manner. As I'm writing this, every definition should be of 2 to 3 lines at max. The next important thing is making diagrams and illustrations rather than writing everything up. When we see any lecture video or any YouTube videos, we tend to write, or even if we are reading from a book, we tend to write everything. Our mind just feels that everything is important, and we end up writing everything in our route. But please don't do that, because our main aim is to make a short note so that we can revise it later. As you can see here, I'm writing subtopics under balance of payment. I'm making 3 columns, and I'll be writing short points under it so that I can remember it very well. So every topic, you should always keep in mind that we don't need to write everything in detail way, rather than make small diagrams or make small illustrations, so that it will be easier for us to remember, and also the visual impact that it makes on our mind is really helpful. We can it comes very handy to remember everything, and it comes from my own experience as well, as I have given IBPS exam one time, and my notes have helped me quite a lot. So this is my motto, to always follow to the point crisp notes, so that revision of each chapter won't take more than 1 hour. Yes, we can do the notes. If there is 30 pages note, we will write 10 pages notes. Yes, that is possible, and we should do it. So here you can see me writing an OTE note. Note is basically, I write something when a topic is not relevant or not directly relevant to the topic that I am studying. Like, I have written here J curve, which is not directly relevant to the balance of payment that I am studying, but yes, it is relevant to the economics subject. So if while studying, while studying economics, we come across so many different terms, and we google it every time. So while googling it, I come across many new terms, so I decide to write in my note itself to continue. Just write NOTE in the page and just continue the topic that I find that I should remember, and it will be helpful for me in future. Also, when I study about that topic in any other chapter, I can also remember that yes, in this note I have written this topic, and I can come back to this note, and I can read about that I have written in a short form, so it comes handy. So while making your notes, if you come across the new terms and phrases, make sure not to make another copy for it, or not to make another another page for it, because it usually gets lost. Whatever you're doing, in which note you're writing, in which copy you're writing, just continue in that. Write NOTE note, and you can write that small topic in that place only. It comes very handy in this time. The next thing I do is make remember me boxes, or you can use sticky notes too to write the year of acts and dates of the bills that are passed. Because in economics I come across so many acts, like we come across so many acts, right? So I make a small like box, like cloud like structure, and I write this like dates and what is the relevance, and it is easy, it is easy to remember like that. You can use sticky notes, but make sure to stick it well to the notes, and so that it does not get lost. So I usually do this cloud like structure, and this is my remember box that I do everything continuing in that note only, so that I can no, so that not any of it gets lost actually. So this is how I do it. Then yes, here I want to show my note that I keep of finance. I'll show you the note how I keep it. So here you can see I have written unit 1, and you can see it quite well how I have my page, entire page is filled up by the diagrams and illustrations, because I like it to remember that way. It comes very handy. You can see everywhere there are like squares and circles and all that, how I write like in different charts. Yeah, this is what I do basically, using different color pens and writing in this way. You can see how I write the years when the act is passed by the side of that topic only, because I don't it is very difficult for me to remember the dates. I know it must be difficult for you all too. So all I do is write whenever I write something, a committee, or about a panel, or act which is passed, or a institution which was founded in what year, I write in that side only. And you can see that I have completed the unit in just 9 pages. While studying it from note, it was like 40 to 50 pages, but I reduced it all to 10 pages so that I can remember it. So this is my note that I used to keep. I keep a very clean and organized note, because I like to read from a clean and organized note, and it makes me quite happy, and I remember it very well. See how I write this under the notes, the extra information that I find. Yeah, this is basically what is everything about note making, how I used it for my previous exam. I have given banking exam, IBPS PO exam, and like these notes have helped me a lot. So good luck to you, and thank you for watching my video.